All right, look. This is an impromptu episode from the Bourbon Boys Network. This is a impromptu offering. Now, you know me. If you watch this channel, if you subscribe to this channel, if you know anything about this channel, I am Reed at the Cloudiest, okay? I'm the main nigga on this channel. And I've been trying my best to have another nigga take this shit over. But it ain't working. God damn.
Therefore, we are all stuck with him.
Yeah, shit.
Much.
And these niggas ain't got their headphones on, so they can't hear the sound, so I can play whatever the fuck I want. There goes some bottles. Now, I just
chose my headphones. I like the noises and shit.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, you didn't pick them.
It's too late. I know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need headphones.
This is my first headphoneless
pod.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to really feel like conversation.
Okay.
Now, let me say this. I just had 3 young women on here. Shout out to them for coming on here.
Shout out, ladies.
Shout out. I just met them. They was cool. Esthetician,
beautician, and their manager, quote unquote. Shout out my homegirl, Lena. I know she's somebody fucking manager. But anywho, with this page, I've been trying desperately to have more women or girls or females on the pod. Black women. Because in my opinion, there's a wealth of knowledge, understanding, and if you read between the lines correctly, advantages that come to listening to women talk and share their experiences and say how they feel, this, that, and the third. So I really made it a thing of mine to have black women on this channel going forward. I don't give a fuck how I get them on here. If I get them on here one episode, fuck it. If I get them on here multiple episodes, fuck it. So I just had 3 on here. Got my homie on here. Shout out to her. And y'all 2 know each other, so we kind of just having a little moment right here.
It's just a little rekindling.
That's a little moment. But it is Saturday, August 16th. It is about 10:39 at night. It is 10:39 p.m. It is late. But we're podding. We're here to pod. My brother Art.
Podding and casting.
Podding casting. My brother Art hit me up last week. He was like, hey, bro, I'm ready to get back in the lab. And I said, bitch ass nigga.
Welcome back.
And when I seen the text, I said, bitch ass nigga, that knee better be together. Because when you come back, you better be ready to come back after that. Pause. You feel me? Because the nigga told me, oh, my knee.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, bitch ass nigga, fuck your knee, nigga.
You need your knees.
You don't need a fucking podcast.
And your hips.
You don't need a podcast.
Yeah, you gotta walk down the stairs and get back up.
But he's here. So before we get to the young lady who's never been here before, let's get to the nigga who's been here before. Art, tell the people where they can find you and all that other shit.
I am Home Team Art. You can find me on IG at Home Team Art, or you can find me here where I'm my real self. Your favorite guest. I'm back.
Like you never left.
No, Art is a favorite. Out of the people who listen to the podcast and can contact me directly,
Yeah.
they like Art. So
He's a likable guy.
No, he's not.
Don't do that.
He's just.
I think so.
He just a nigga who look like he buff and light skinned.
I think so.
But he just slightly overweight and light
That's what
skinned.
you got out of that?
Yeah, that's my brother over there.
That's
I'm not finna be sugarcoating shit and being nice and oh my god. No, fuck that. That nigga got on some goddamn tie-dye motherfucking leggings with some goddamn Yeezys with no leggings. Socks. You got on ankle socks?
No.
Yeah, you out here in the bitches with no socks.
I'm here looking like it's 10:30.
Now, when it comes to you in retrospect, I will lay out a red carpet for you. Because you my homie. I love you. I will always love you. I've got another woman on the podcast, y'all.
Hey.
And I promise you, she gonna give it up.
And she's a woman's woman too.
She's a woman's woman, but she a nigga. Don't she talking about shit woman. No, this a nigga.
Woman, okay. I am a woman.
Yeah, you all that shit, but you a nigga. Fuck all that shit. I'm trampling on all that shit. Fuck that. Please introduce yourself. Tell the people where they can find you. Tell the people what's going on with you. Go ahead.
Jay from the South Side, better known as the East Side. And if you're not from the South Side, you don't know nothing about that. However,
Pull the mic a little closer.
For those who do recognize my face, you know where to find me. And those who don't, come look for me and I'll make sure that I'm there.
Wow!
She was so seductive.
Wasn't it?
I see, and this is why us women's women can't be around such men because they are just so entangled.
Because you seductive?
It's
our fault that you seductive. The fuck?
It's not. But your response is your fault. You don't have to respond to me like that. I am a woman. I'm a lady. I love everything about my femininity. So yes, seduction and sex and sexy. It's how I live my life. So you can find me anywhere in between those three.
And as a fucking practical man, you want me to act right.
As a practical man, he thinks I'm a man eater. I'm not.
She is. She is.
Far from it.
She is.
Don't let the hype fool
you. She is. All right, y'all. Now look, I got a couple topics to get us started.
Okay.
But I told both of y'all niggas before we did this shit,
we ain't have nothing.
Get some topics together.
Okay.
Because I haven't had a cell phone in 2 weeks. Now, you know what? To prolong this shit or to extend this shit out however long it's going to be. Okay. Let me talk about that. So, my birthday was August 4th. It was a Monday. It was like 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. I went up to Detroit. I was up there with the homies. I was out there with loved ones and the homies. Shout out to the loved ones and the homies. Now, Detroit is in this whole little my words are
revitalization.
There we go, please, because I'm half drunk. Okay, I got drunk on the last pod.
I've been drunk for 2 days, so.
Hey! Ow! What the girls do?
Clock that tea.
Clock that. We're going to talk about that tea. We're going to talk about tea.
Ain't no tea.
But I was out there in Detroit, and they got like this little thing called the Alley. They got a couple of them where it's like these little back alleys, and within the back alleys, you can access certain different places. Clubs, pubs, bars, whatever. Mm-hmm. Now, there was a situation with one of the homies where he had lost his phone, and some random motherfucker had came up with the phone. And Bo, if you're familiar with the show, if you watch the show, you've seen Bo. Bo snatched the phone from the nigga like, man, give me my nigga phone. And we like, bro.
Shout out to my nigga Bo.
Bro just trying to get a phone back. You know what I'm saying? He just trying to give it back. Like, calm down. But bro ain't trying to hear that shit. Bro lit. Bro is turned. But in the midst of all of that, I remember asking Bo for his phone because I don't have my phone. Now, real time, I'm like, yo, my phone is gone. And I'm not even finna try and find it. Because we're drunk. I'm out of town. It's my birthday. And to be quite frankly honest with you, I feel like a nigga pickpocketed me. Nigga got down on me. Well, you got down on me for a fucking iPhone 12 Max Pro that don't fucking charge properly. Take it with you, nigga. You not finna get shit for that shit.
I just want to...
You not finna get shit for my phone.
I just want to cut in and say, the last time that I celebrated your birthday with you, how drunk you were, you probably fucking handed the phone over to somebody. I could see that.
Look, the last time you celebrated my birthday with me, hey, look, let's get into some Reed stories. The last time you celebrated my birthday with me, I supposedly hit a motherfucker with a car.
No, there was no supposedly.
No, allegedly. It's
No,
no.
allegedly.
Listen. We're on recorded with video. It's going to be alleged until a motherfucker come out and say some shit and prove it. So allegedly, I did what?
You clipped that man in his ass.
Say I allegedly clipped that man.
He said allegedly clipped that man in his ass. Okay, he was driving, and GYC had just got her brand new, fresh off the press. Had pulled the paper off of it, Lord Jesus, and
I bumped.
I was terrified to pull up to her house with her son drunk as us. I don't even know if he knew he was drunk. I just think he knew he was somewhere that wasn't here.
You want to talk about it? Look. So,
and I pulled up like, GYC, I'm so sorry that I'm driving your car. Oh my God. I was so, she was like, it's okay. I'm like, oh.
The truth of the matter is this.
Because this man is drunk. My baby was she was a baby at the time. So it was raining, cats and dogs that night.
It was raining in August. So that lets you know it's some bullshit.
It was some bullshit going on. So she had to be like maybe 2 because I had a babysitter that night. And I'm like, oh, I'm going out for Nico's birthday. Oh, by the way, world, this is my Nico. I'm the only one allowed to call him Nico. Okay?
Yeah.
That's my Nico.
Niggas
so if you
is
hear me
violent.
say Nico, I am talking about Nick.
I forgot you called him that.
Yes. So I pulled up like GYC. Nico is out.
Mind you, she pulling up over OG taller.
And OG came out talking about, it's okay, we gonna get. Let me tell you how terrified I was. I was pickpocketing this man like, where the drugs at? Let me get the drugs and put the drugs where I don't, because I don't
She
know.
told like I got crack cocaine and heroin in my pocket.
No, I was looking for all the drugs, whatever drugs, mushrooms, ecstasy.
All I had was weed. All I had was weed.
Okay, let the record show all he had was weed, but
Thank
the
you.
weed was very
Potent.
locatable on
Are
his
you a blackout
body.
drunk?
Huh?
Are you a blackout
Yes.
So look, let me tell y'all about that. I'll keep it real. And I'm having a very honest moment with y'all. Yeah. I'm telling y'all the truth. My pops died September 2010. Before my pops died, I never ever had a blackout moment from liquor. Never.
Oh, September 2000. So, that's crazy. So we started working together. Your pops had just passed.
Yes.
Wow.
So with that being said, she stayed down the street from the crib.
Okay.
Because
I had just met you in Carbondale for the birthday party.
So we
were months before that.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna say the certain street, but we was on 119th.
Right.
Okay.
She was on 127th.
Wow.
What I'm telling you is, since before my pops died, I never had a blackout moment.
Meet you in 2010. Dang.
For the birthday party.
Yeah. Okay.
I never had a blackout moment or situation in my life. When my father died, for the next 4 to 5 years, if I got too drunk or intoxicated, I blacked out.
Okay.
That's just the truth. That's just the honest to God truth. So the situation she's speaking on is
the place before Flavs became Flavs. There was a wing spot that was bomb as fuck.
It was Lucky's. It was Lucky Sandwich Company.
There you go. Them chicken wings was so
Lucky's.
damn good.
That was the spot.
Was the spot. Art and Jamal. Shout out to Jamal because I'm never.
Shout out to Jamal because Jamal was there that night.
Exactly. We went to Lucky's and we was so plugged into that bitch. Because we was cool with the white boy, Andrew.
I put everybody on Lucky's.
Andrew
was my bartender.
Okay.
Andrew was the bar. He was the general manager of the spot.
He was bartender. They promoted him to general manager.
And he didn't really want this shit. He just wanted to be the bartender. Mm-hmm. But this was a white man who we fucked with 110 grand. Mm-hmm. When me and Maul used to go up to Lucky's, we used to go up there after selling popcorn at UIC for the for whatever pastor used to preach up there. Pastor Hannah.
And they was working on building a church, trying to get money.
Exactly. This is before Pastor Hannah even had his own shit.
Yeah.
We was out there slinging the popcorn at UIC in the parking lot before that. And when we got done with that, me and Jamal's Sunday ritual. Shout out to my big brother because I love him for this. We would go to Lucky Sandwich Company right there on Halsted and whatever.
It's Maxwell Street.
In Maxwell, where Flavs is. We went in that bitch, and Andrew used to treat us like royalty. You understand? Me and my big brother used to go in there and run up a tab of $200, $300, $400. Me and my brother never paid a tab over $100, $150, $200 ever. We used to be in that bitch going crazy.
I feel like you telling on that man pockets.
Well, the shit shut down now, so it don't even matter.
That is beside the point.
It's good. He'd be all right.
Andrew, if you're watching this,
we love you.
you make sure nobody else. They love you. I don't know you. But as a fellow bartender, just make sure they ain't, you know what I'm saying? Tell them
right here in my left titty, bro.
Andrew showed me how a bartender could make or break a business.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And what I'm telling you is me and Maul used to go down there, and if Andrew wasn't there, we left. Like, it was about him.
I don't know if Andrew was there that night. I just know.
He was there. I'm telling you he was there.
Bro, I gave Andrew my entire social network. Like, everybody that I knew was in that bitch.
We used to tell people religiously, like, look, come down to the spot, come get the food, and our bartender is going to take care of you. Yeah. You take care of him.
That was good food. Those chicken wings was bomb. I ain't never gonna forget.
Old Bay.
The wet Old Bay.
I'm never gonna forget how good those wings were. Because Nico's a wingster. If you guys don't know.
Like, straight up birthday parties.
Yeah.
Like,
no, we used to be in that bitch like, before it became Flavs. Before it became any of that nigga shit. We was in there with the white people, having a time with the white people, and the white people wasn't making us feel like niggas. They was making us feel like, yo, y'all are cool. Get y'all shit off. If these other motherfuckers got a problem in here, we're going to put them the fuck out off the strength of you.
Exactly.
Me and Maul used to
felt like the majority.
Dog, me and Maul used, on God of heaven, me and Maul used to sit in that bitch from 2 or 3 p.m. up until the end of Sunday Night Football. And we are steady throwing money on the bar, and Andrew is steady feeding us, giving us what the fuck we want, whether it was a drink or food. Now, I come up with that whole story to say, back to the blackout shit. My birthday, that particular evening you was there, I'll never forget it. The nigga Blue came through.
Mm-hmm. Blue, you still owe me a black and mild, by the way. I just want to throw that out there. Never gonna forget. You owe me, sir.
It was like 9:45. And me and Blue was like, oh, what up, G? And we shook up folk and did all that shit. And that was it. That was it.
That's the last thing you remember?
That was it.
We walked to the garage. We drove his, at the time, friend, but now ex-girlfriend. We drove her home.
Sheesh.
And it was at that point where allegedly that man got hit, clipped in the ass.
Who got hit?
Allegedly nobody.
Exactly.
And
talk about it.
She left her wallet, I think it was, in the car. And I made him, oh, you got to get out. Because I got shit to do tomorrow. Anybody got time to be dying, going to the hospital? None of that. Get out. I'll drive. And we made it. And GYC was like, it's okay. And I was so...
Mind you, it's raining in August.
Pouring cats and dogs in August.
In August, though. Like, that's the issue.
Still is. In August.
Yeah, because it definitely rained. It's thunder.
Grass has not been greener, bro.
It is lightning and
it's been raining in August, bro.
Thundering outside, but no rain. But it is a lot going on outside.
For sure.
Well, you know, shit happens.
Shit happens. I don't blackout drink.
Well, I do. I have. It's been done.
Well, I do.
I do.
I do.
I do. You do. You right.
I do. It's been done. So what? Whatever. I told y'all I didn't have no topics.
He doesn't have any topics.
And I told y'all to have some topics.
We are pod and casting.
I got some topics. I don't know if they're popular topics, but I got a couple topics.
What you got?
Just as long as it's an interesting topic.
Okay. My My first topic is gonna be kind of off subject, but I think relevant. Trump met with Putin yesterday
Okay.
in Alaska.
You want to get into some political shit.
Yeah, why not?
I
on.
just
Why
want to
not?
put it out there
We
that
millennials.
I do not talk about politics with other people. Ever.
What? Okay, before Art explains, why don't you talk
I
politics?
don't talk politics with other people for two reasons. One, my mother, who is questionably an all-black woman, is Republican.
Wait,
And-
stop, hold on, stop. Why do you say questionably is a black woman? You should say questionably a Republican. She is a black woman. She's
Sure.
black.
Sure.
I've
When you
seen.
say questionably, what do you mean by that? Like,
I've
Kamala's
met your
questionably all
mother.
black woman.
Mother.
Your mother is a your mother is a nigga.
My mother is her lineage.
Bring the mic a little closer.
Okay.
My mother's lineage is questionable.
You good right there.
Okay, well, it's sitting on my right titty, and I just
Well, I mean, it's propping it up.
right in the middle. Okay, cool.
Yeah, there we go.
She is her lineage is not very clear.
She got some Caucasian in her.
I think my mama daddy might be the milkman from the west side. My grandma not from here. My mama don't look like how you got this olive, like you got color up under your light skin.
Yeah.
No, my mama just she burn.
I burn too.
You do burn.
I hate that.
You
Yeah.
burn, but my mother does not. My mother is transparent. Kind
she
of.
is? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So, and she has these light eyes, and my mother's a white woman.
She carries and conducts herself as such.
But she also looks like one.
She can pass as a white woman?
Yes.
Your mother?
Yes.
No. If her mother really wanted to get that off,
My mother could be a white
now
woman.
Granny, not so much.
Now
but
my
her
grandmother
mother-
is that's
That's a nigga.
Mahalia
Yeah,
from
that's
down
a
over
nigga.
yonder.
Okay.
Okay, so how Mahalia has had what's her name? The Bush. What is her name? What is George?
Granny like
George.
Granny like
Bush's-
mayonnaise. That's all.
I don't know.
Granny like
Because
mayonnaise.
my grandmother's clearly she smeared that mayonnaise all up and through her uterus, and here we are.
What Eddie Murphy said in that movie, your grandfather put that cream in my baby's coffee.
So, growing up, knowing that my mother was questionable in her delineation and how we got here,
Okay. How are you guys' relationship?
I'm sorry.
How are you guys' relationship?
My mother and I, our relationship is very good, but we don't talk about politics and
Okay,
we don't
cool.
talk about religion.
Okay, cool.
Never.
All right.
Never. You
Never.
will never catch us in a conversation.
Because if you
Okay.
did,
My mother is Republican, and she's a very proud Republican, and she, did her thing, and I grew up, for those of you that know, I grew up very nicely, whatever, but watching her do her white woman thing,
Okay.
I don't.
So you said she really cares.
no, I'm telling you, now that she talks about it,
Okay.
her mother carried herself as if she was a white woman.
Okay.
She moved
Let me-
as
so-
if she was a white
So let
woman.
me ask you a question about your mother now, right? I know y'all don't talk politics, right? If you were to guess, because like even now, it's like you have conservative Republicans, like old school conservatives, who are not with the MAGA shit, and then you have like MAGA Republicans. It's like the new movement, radical movement, right? It's like a mutated version of the Republican Party. What do you think she stands?
I think that she's very much so MAGA. My mother
Okay.
was just at the Republican convention that happened up in, was it Milwaukee?
Okay.
She was there. And
Okay.
she was there, Republican Party.
Okay.
She got her connection. She know her people. She did her thing. And I'm not going to say that my mother is right or wrong.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
that's whatever she has is whatever she has.
Yeah,
And it just is not something I get into with other people.
Okay.
So if you want to talk politics, I'm out.
Okay,
Dog.
so let me ask this
That
question.
ain't the black woman to talk politics.
Look,
with.
but this my thing though. Like, I'm one of those guys where it's like I'm not huge into politics, but as of recent, I've been really into politics because Trump
Because we're
scares
all
me.
going to hell.
Because
He
Trump
is going to
scares
burn
me.
this shit down if
He
it's the
scares
last thing
me.
he do.
So with me, I'm not like in the traditional sense, like
Okay, we not all going to hell,
challenging
y'all. I'm
you
just
on like where you stand, right? I'm not that like strong in my beliefs because I'm really educating myself just to kind of like arm my kids with what goes on in politics, right? So I'm learning this stuff day by day so that I can kind of help them, right? Because no one kind of when I was coming up, no one cared. Like we all poor black people, we don't care. The government don't care about us. We gotta
Vote
figure it out.
Democrat.
Vote Democrat because the pastor told us, and
I
we're gonna
think
figure it
that
out
by
on our
the
own.
time, because my daughter's has 10 years on your son, I think that by the time your son gets to the age of voting, liberals are going to probably be a little have more of a say so, and they're going to have more of a part of the party.
Liberals? Really?
Yeah.
I hope so.
I beg to differ,
Oh,
but
so-
go
but-
ahead.
I think so, just because a lot of things that are happening now, and a lot of what we're seeing from what we saw to what we want to see is so different. It's not just blue and red. That white is growing. It's growing. It's growing because a lot of people are just like, I know. Why do I have to pick one side or the other? Why can't I say this is what I think? And a lot of that is going to be liberated.
Okay. So the reason why I asked this question is because sociology was my favorite subject in college.
Oh, I know you fucking lying.
I swear to God.
Well,
I loved it.
sociology was
I
probably
loved it.
sociology and psychology was mine because
Shit.
nigga, I ain't gotta be right. I just gotta articulate my point.
Exactly,
Fuck a sociology.
and it's about like
psychology.
perspective, right?
Exactly.
So that's why I love about it, and the reason why I brought up Putin and Trump is not to talk about what we stand in it, is to talk about ain't that like the scariest shit ever? Like just from a human aspect, not even from politics, like. The fact that, okay, so before Trump becomes president, right, what do we think about Vladimir Putin? What do we know about him and what do we think about him
Not very.
What
as a human being?
what we know and what we think as American citizens
Yeah.
is that this man is a dictator who will do anything and everything underneath the sun in order to keep his people or his country in power. But I'm glad you brought that up because this goes underneath my whole running theory about what's going on in America. Follow me. I'm not here to be a Trump supporter. That's the first thing I want to say unequivocally and out loud. I'm not here to be a Trump supporter. I want to talk about the American government on a global scale. The American government at this point in time is dealing with a number of nations trying to undersee the American currency as being the top currency in the world. Fuck how you feel about politics. Fuck how you feel about morals. Fuck how you feel about what's going on. The reason why America has been America is because the U.S. dollar currency is the top currency in the world. Now, we have a situation with the British shit, or BRICS, or however you want to pronounce it, because I have a lisp, and it comes out when I'm a little drunk or high. The Saudis, the Chinese, India, and Russia, and everyone else in BRICS has come together to form a currency to try to outpace America. I read a quote, and I want to say it's from Sun Tzu. It's from The Art of War. And I might be wrong, but the quote is the quote from wherever I heard it from, and it's genuine. If you want to rule a person, you control their mind. If you want to control the country, you control the currency.
Cream.
The reason why America has been at the plateau that it has been at is because the US dollar is the number one currency in the world. Everything is based on that. If these BRICS niggas make their currency the number one currency, I won't even say number one currency. If they make it the number 5, 4, 3, 2 currency in the world, and they make it look like a place where people can double, triple, or quadruple their money in a quick fashion with just putting it into that system, us as Americans and us as a country are fucked. This is the whole problem that we have with the Hispanics that come up south of the border. It's the same thing. Those Hispanics come up from south of the border, they come make their money, they send it back home. As soon as it goes over the border, it doubles or triples. $50,000 now turns into $150,000, $250,000, $300,000 by just going over an imaginary line. Equate that to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 countries who are now in the position going forward to be better than us and what's needed to be better going forward. I really think the whole thing with Donald Trump and his whole third term and his dictatorship shit is this. The American government has finally understood that you have to fight fire truly with fire. And democracy in the world hasn't worked. Everywhere they've tried to put a democracy or everywhere there's been a democracy, it's always been overthrown or there's always been somewhere there to challenge it.
Like where?
Brazil is a perfect example. Nicaragua is a perfect example. A lot of Hispanic countries in South America are a perfect example.
I thought they tried to build autocracies there, not democracy.
No, they tried to build democracies because they're voting for presidents, which gives you the illusion of a democracy.
The illusion of a democracy, and actually, because even in autocracy, you have a president.
Absolutely. But it's the illusion of democracy.
Yeah.
The point that I'm trying to make is it is the illusion of democracy, which makes a mockery of democracy, which makes it look like it can be taken over, which makes it look like it can be fucked with. And so now we're in a stage where America, the true number one quote unquote democracy, is dealing with a number of countries that have dictatorships. And I think the American government has finally figured out how, like, hey, the only way we gonna be able to fight and combat all this shit that we dealing with is to be a democracy. I don't think this shit is about Trump being a dictator.
You said combat this shit is to be a democracy or be an autocracy.
No, they want to be an autocracy. I think America wants to be
an autocracy.
Yes.
Okay, because you said democracy. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I got you.
Thank you.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
I think they want to do that in order to be able to battle on a global scale with everyone that they're dealing with. Because India ain't got to go to their people, and they ain't got to go to the government and say, hey, this is what we want to. No, they just George Bush the button. Same thing with China. Same thing with Russia. Same thing with Brazil.
Okay, so basically,
same thing with the Saudis.
Okay, so basically, I'm trying to. So I feel like I'm getting what you're saying. So what you're saying is that the Republican Party believes that
take Republican Party out of it and say government.
The government. The U.S. government believes that. No, because I don't believe the Democrats believe this. That's why
I believe the Democrats believe it. But go ahead.
Okay, so a part of the government. Can we say that a part of the government believes that in order to compete with these powers or rising powers like China on a global scale, like the communists in China or the autocracies, dictatorship in Russia, these superpowers, is that they enslave their people.
Stop. Let me stop you there. No, it's not about enslaving the people, because most people would connect a dictatorship to enslaving the people. Correct?
Yeah. No. It's forcing the people.
I'm not here for that.
Okay.
What I'm saying is I think the American government understands that in order for them to be able to move on a global scale the way they need to move, they need to be able to be in a position to do that without having to check in with Congress or their citizens to see if they're okay with that. They just want to be able to George Bush the button. The same way the Saudis can do it, the same way the people in India can do it, the same way the people in Russia can do it, the same way the people in China can do it. They just George Bush the button. And the people, hold on.
Go ahead.
They just got to deal with it. And I think America is like, yo, in order for us to combat what we're dealing with, we need to have a dictatorship. Because in real time, because everything's becoming so microwave, it's not molasses. It's 30 seconds and it's done. The American government is like, yo, regardless of whether it's a Democrat or Republican, because let me speak to that point. If let's say Newsom runs for president and he gets in office, right?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be too far-fetched for me to be like, well, the Democrats going to pull the same shit as the Republicans, because all the Democrats is going to say, we need to set up the democracy, or we need to set up the country to the point where those type of people can never get back in. So now it's a dictatorship underneath the Democrats.
What kind of people get back in?
The Republicans or the mega people or anybody like Trump.
Okay, so how did the U.S. become a superpower? Through slavery, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so
How
hold on.
How does
any
any country become that?
Right, hold on. So I let you get your point off.
Oh, go ahead.
What you're saying is that forced production is a form of slavery, and that's what these countries are doing. They're forcing production out of their people, no matter how they feel. Now they're not whipping and chaining niggas and all that shit. That's cruelty to another level, but it is a form of slavery. It's forced production.
You're absolutely right.
So what I'm saying is that I don't believe that the Democratic Party is with that. I don't believe they with that, bro. But I do feel like you got a valid ass point in, the MAGA movement feeling like that's what we need to do to compete, because they looking at it like, yo, a lot of these Americans are lazy, they fat cats, they not working hard as these other superpowers that's starting to gain on us, or maybe even past us, because they're forcing those economies are forcing production out of the citizens. So maybe that is, I never even thought about that.
But that's my thing, though, because the way I've been looking at this is most of your American citizens are going to look at this from American citizen standpoint. And I'm just looking at this from, America versus the world.
Yeah.
We are the only country that has a post office and a military base literally everywhere in the world. But we throw a bitch fit when we find out that China owns so many acres in our country. We throw a bitch fit when we find this Saudi investor has so many acres in our country. But we got shit everywhere. Why the fuck do y'all think we got shit everywhere? The niggas who police the world are the niggas who own the world. And we're getting to that closing or that tipping point where the world is like, hey, get the fuck out of here. Because if we all come at you at one point, y'all can't handle it.
I think America will always be the apple of everyone's eye if you have these different autocracies and like dictatorship like run economies, when people can look west and be like, that's where freedom is.
Yeah, but what I'm telling you is, if I can look at one of these dictatorships and I agree with it, and I think they're moving in the right direction, and I start to turn a brown eye.
Who agrees with dictatorship?
Dog.
Who agrees with dictatorship?
Dog, there's a lot of countries out here that agree with dictatorship. There's a lot of them. And a lot of them that I'm talking about are the ones that are challenging America. A
lot of these poor countries, they may fall into a dictatorship because it's been decades and decades of corruption to where the people are used to that bad treatment.
So that's the
so
point.
They can fall into place of that.
So that's the point I'm trying to make. Who gives a fuck if you cool with the dictatorship or not when that's what the fuck is going to take place? The people think that they have the power to control what happens to them. What happens when those people understand that they know they don't have the power to do it? They leave. The dictatorship is still in place. That's where I think we're getting to. We're just the last country to get to what the rest of the world been doing, because we've been living under this false guise of democracy and everyone having a voice and having a choice.
Europe doesn't live that way. They don't live that way.
Europe got universal income. Europe has universal income.
What does that mean?
Europe has universal income to the point where if you're a waiter, you make a living wage to the point where you can live as a waiter as opposed to a nigga who might be a nuclear scientist. Do you think that most logical or thinking able people think that's okay?
You said they have universal income to where? Say it again. Explain it again.
A waiter.
A waiter
at a restaurant.
At a restaurant
makes a livable wage.
Okay.
To the point where they can live just as well or comfortably as an engineer.
And that's all through Europe, or is that like certain countries?
There's certain countries, but it's most of them. How long does that hold any type of weight?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think that may be true, but at the same time, that seemed like a country who wants people at the top and the bottom to live okay.
Right, and those are the countries that are always constantly dealing with bullshit.
It's gonna be bullshit in any economy, bro.
How much do?
But is that a dictatorship though? Is that an autocracy? It sounds like a democracy to me. It sounds like the people will vote on better living conditions for themselves. Because an autocracy it's always built on the people down here suffering so the people up here can live well.
Yeah, they'll vote on it, but who ultimately gives it to them? The people in power. Who are the people who
were elected, right? The elected officials. The elected officials.
How do we know they really elected? Do we really believe that?
That's some conspiracy shit. I don't even know.
No, I'm with the conspiracy.
I get that.
Because
I get that.
No. Hear me out. Because we're there in society where you got to get a conspiracy theorist a little bit of a bag.
Yeah, for sure. For sure now, especially.
So that's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
So while we think we so far ahead of everybody else, what about if we're the ones behind? Because that's what everybody said. We're behind in education, right? We're behind all the Asians in education, right? The Asians go to school year round.
Yeah, but
and they're smarter than us.
Everybody behind compared to them in terms of education.
But we're really behind. No, I'm talking about us compared to the rest of the world. Yeah. Fuck anybody else that might be behind them. They might be a year or two behind them. Us as the American people, dog, we're about 5 years behind the Asians.
Okay. But that's why we import them.
Yeah. And that's also why we bomb and shoot them the fuck up. What happens when we're not in the position to do that? Because we ain't got the money to do that. Because motherfuckers are not pouring their money into our country like we're used to. And that's where we're getting to. That's why that motherfucking economy and that ticker that you watch on a daily basis has seen record highs and record lows over the past 4 or 5 years since the pandemic. Because they're finding other ways to get rid of that US dollar. Look, you want to control a person, you control their mind. You want to control the country, you control their currency.
So you feel like countries was trying to figure out how to get rid of the US dollar before Trump was in office, before the pandemic?
Absolutely. I feel like they've been trying to do this since Obama was in office, since the fucking financial collapse of 2008, because they saw opportunity. That's what I believe. This ain't no new shit I'm talking about. I've been saying this shit since we motherfucking got tight. Have I not? Nigga, when we first got tight, wasn't I telling you, I'm finna vote for Mitt Romney?
Yeah, you didn't say that.
And what did I tell you I was voting for Mitt Romney for? Because that nigga was talking about the money. Fuck all this other shit. It's the money. That's it. That's the bottom line. That's all America got to live on. Is its country being a country of consumers.
But the euro been worth more than the US dollar for a long time, bro.
How long?
For a long time.
How long?
Maybe for what, a decade?
That ain't long enough to eclipse 40 years since the 60s, nigga.
I just think that, I don't know, bro, because I really feel like since the pandemic, everybody been printing money. I don't think anybody's dollar is backed up
in the back right now. You know what I'm saying? Just need a little blue ink, a little green.
I don't think anybody's dollar is backed up by gold reserves and all that shit like it used to.
But
Nothing
see,
about
that's where
printing
you're
money.
wrong, because a lot of countries still hold their money to a particular standard that the U.S. dollar has not been held to since the 60s. And that's why silver is through the roof. And that's why gold is through the roof. Because a lot of
fucking friends? Who?
because a lot of different countries have a particular standard for their currency. Our currency is held to be legal tender for debts private and public. That means whenever this government wants to come out and say this currency ain't worth shit, it ain't worth shit. I can't turn it in for something. Regardless whether you feel like that means something or not, that's cool. What I'm telling you is, in certain countries, I can go turn all my money in and get gold back. I can get silver back. In this country, you could go turn your money in and get nothing back.
Paper.
It's just, no, it's not even paper. It's cotton.
You can turn your money in to get gold back.
You say what?
You can turn your money in to get gold back.
Where's the gold standard for the U.S. dollar?
You said what?
Where's the
Isn't
gold
it
standard for the
something
U.S.
like
dollar?
No, gold has a price, and you can go buy gold with U.S. dollars.
0.001?
Right. But what I'm telling you is, pull up. Do you have money on you right now? Do you have a dollar bill?
No.
Does anybody have a dollar bill on them?
Who the fuck
What?
carries cash?
Yeah, people don't carry cash anymore.
That's the point.
Okay, no. Well, I gave the last of my cash earlier to my wax lady. Shout out to Chocolate for Your Body. You can get wax with chocolate, hard chocolate, soft chocolate.
Got a Brazilian
You can.
front to back.
Yes. Cause what other way we going? What the fuck is the point?
Wow.
Shout out to her, cause yes.
Damn, where my?
And I left my cash with her.
Where'd you go?
You know who
Well,
I would
why
like?
you-
I would like an economist to come on the show. Someone that really studies economics.
I'm bringing my mom on here.
Ooh.
I do plan to have a mom's episode.
I'm gonna bring my mother, and you're gonna be like, your mother's a white woman for real.
Dog, her mama gonna tell you how fuck niggas is, and she gonna tell you the truth.
My mother is absolutely a black woman.
But her mama know white people, and her mama been in the shits with white people, and her mama will tell you that while you sitting up here holding your hat or hanging a hat on what you think is some factual, actual shit, none of this shit is factual and actual. Everything in this country is basically just, it's imaginary, bro. They letting the people think that we got some type of hold on
This
some
becoming
shit.
a little too heavy. Okay, we are getting way too deep into this politics.
All right, man. All
Okay,
right.
we get
I
that.
just got one question. Can you put a draw 2 on a draw 4?
I think so.
No,
I agree.
no.
I think so.
In my opinion, no.
Why not?
Look, draw 4 is draw 4, right?
Right, but you
And
have
draw
to pick a
2
color.
is draw 2.
But you have to pick a color.
I think draw is a family. And I
They
think
are.
you
They
could-
cousins.
Yeah.
Nah.
That's what
I
I
might
think.
fuck
I
with
mean-
this cousin, but that don't mean I fuck with that cousin.
You don't have to fuck with that cousin. That cousin's still a cousin. See, that's what's wrong with the family dynamic today.
Oh,
Talking about I fuck with this person and don't change the fact that you're still cousins.
Yeah. So, because draw 4 is the black card, right?
Yes.
Draw 2 is the black card too, right?
No.
No, nigga. It's whatever color
whatever
you gotta
color.
draw 2 from. And that's why that shit don't go together.
Which is
Okay,
why
you're right.
when
You
you
might be
put
right.
down
I
a
ain't
draw
play Uno in a
4,
minute.
I do think that what's the color? If you say green and I got a green draw 2, I should be able to put my green draw 2. And no, you motherfuckers gonna draw 6. The next person, because I had the color in which the
No,
person
I'm
put
gonna
down
go.
the
I'm gonna go
previous
with Nick on this one. I don't think so. Now that I'm thinking about it, I just ain't play Uno in a minute. I don't think you can do that.
It's ignorant. It's
don't think you
nigga
do that.
shit.
Yeah.
I quite enjoy.
I'm cool with the draw 2 on top of
nigga
the
shit
draw 2.
sometime.
Yes, you do, because you're a nigga.
I'm not.
You're not?
I'm very much so a lady.
But you in
I
the,
like the nigga shit.
But you in the nigga shit though. My point exactly. So that's why this nigga can't appreciate a draw 2 on top of a draw 4.
Why you keep saying she a nigga?
Cause she a nigga.
You could be a woman and a nigga at the same time. Both could be true.
Okay, and that's why I'm pointing out she a nigga.
Well, why but you put so much emphasis on it, it's like the woman side is the femininity is a facade.
Because
like,
somebody might look at her and think
that's
she
the
not,
mask. Like femininity is the mask.
No. Because somebody might look at her and think, oh, she's a good looking woman. She ain't a nigga. And I'm here to tell you that nigga is a nigga.
I'm not a nigga. I am very much so a lady. I am very much so a woman that's in touch with her femininity. That doesn't mean that I'm out of touch with what the fuck niggas be doing.
Now, see, I'm about to be petty. And she said all that while she freak a black and mild, which is some nigga shit. Look at her trying to put it down and hide it. What the fuck are we fucking talking about here?
That's not nigga shit.
Damn it!
Because if you smoke black and mild, you gonna fuck that motherfucker first. Okay, if you smoke anything, you gonna fuck it first. Yeah? Okay. So why? But like he said, you put a lot of emphasis on she's a nigga. Like nigga in what? Like a man? Or a nigga on some ignorant shit? Or like when you say nigga, what you mean?
You can take it however the fuck
no,
you want to take it.
We are asking.
Hey, what you're not gonna do is back me into a corner on my own podcast.
You're already in a corner, so I'm just walking up to you.
And I'm gonna smoke about that.
So, is there something specific that you're getting at?
You're a nigga.
Or
you're a nigga.
In what sense?
I'm not about to do that. Okay. You're not about to make me.
Because I'm not a nigga. Okay.
She's a lady. She's
I'm
a fucking
lady.
matter of fact, you're right.
Lady.
She's a fucking lady. Now what that mean to you?
I'm a fucking lady and I enjoy being a fucking lady. So let me be a lady while I fuck my black and all. So no draw 2 on the draw 4. I disagree. You now agree.
Yeah, I now agree. You a black woman. Black woman gotta wear many hats. I say that.
Yeah.
Pandering ass.
I got a
pandering ass nigga over here.
Nigga hat too?
Yeah, at some points.
Why?
Because at some points you got to deal with a nigga. The only way to deal with a nigga is to be a nigga yourself. That's how you offset that shit.
Hence how you deal with me.
You ever dealt with a nigga? You ever dated a nigga?
Yes, but I don't.
How'd you get through it?
Date or do a nigga by meeting him there. I have to be the one to bring him
to the nigga shit, right? Which means you a nigga. Nah.
Just because I understand doesn't mean that I have to be.
Yeah, to deal with niggas, especially more than one, you have to have a little nigga in you. You got to have a little bit. Because if you don't, you can't deal with them at all. Can't deal with a nigga unless you got something in you. Because niggas is a journey.
All you really need is understanding and discernment.
We from you is understanding.
Okay,
no, I said.
I know what you said.
Discernment.
Discernment. 2024 word right
there. It is.
How many people?
I'm gonna add that to the list.
Yeah. Discernment is one of my personal superpowers. How many people have real discernment? How many men have discernment? Can you discern between this or that and right or wrong or such and much and not enough? Like, no, we just go with it, right?
You've been a safe haven for niggas, but you can't.
Nigga, what?
You've been a safe haven. You telling me how you just been therapeutic for niggas and been uplifting niggas. You've been a safe haven for niggas. But one thing I know about niggas is that you come across a few of them, you don't go unscathed. You learn a thing or two.
Yeah.
A nigga thing or two. So you might originally wasn't a nigga. But so many come through.
I never have been.
Ain't no visitors in hell.
Ever be a nigga.
Okay.
I am a lady.
Okay.
I'm a lady.
She's a fucking lady.
I'm a fucking lady.
How you
that has
a whole lot of understanding
about a whole lot of things.
What led you to Black and Miles?
Actually, how I got started on Black and Miles is crazy. My brother.
Your brother?
My brother did not let me smoke. I've been smoking for a very long time. Before he knew I was smoking, we had an impromptu trip for a death in the family when I was 17.
Okay.
And because it was a 18 hour long trip to Texas.
Ooh, that's a long drive.
He realized like, oh, my sister blowing. Like, nigga, I'm blowing. And he was smoking Black and Milds at the time. At the time, they were Apple. They don't even make Apple no more. That's how long ago this was. Apple. And he let me hit it.
Okay.
And now it's more of a oral fixation than it is that I smoke for some sort of satisfaction. I just enjoy it's hand in hand with drinking for me or driving.
Gotcha. Was your brother a nigga?
My brother is a nigga.
Okay.
From his
Her
soul.
brother is a fucking nigga. He's a nigga.
Okay.
Nigga.
He's a nigga.
So you got a nigga in the bloodline, but you not a nigga. I know.
But I'm not a nigga though.
Okay.
No, she a nigga too. She just a woman, and she likes to carry herself a particular type of way.
I get it.
A
She's a nigga.
particular type of way.
She a part time nigga.
How do you say? How do you say
About
woman?
my
She
nigga?
get-
What's
she-
a woman nigga? Is a nigga?
She gets 26 hours a week.
Nigga.
She get 26 hours a week. A regular nigga gets 40 hours a week.
Okay. All right.
They still there a significant amount of time.
I'm not a nigga. I know niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'm related to niggas.
Mm-hmm.
But niggas and me are not the same thing. We are not.
This ain't
one.
nigga or us.
Right.
No, and I'm not a nigga either,
All right.
sir.
Okay. I get it.
Art, did you have any topics, or can I get into the topic I wanted to talk about?
Can it be a topic that is inclusive?
Oh yeah, I got you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, it's super inclusive. I'm so glad you said that. You got a T app account? No, you lying? So look, there's a podcast I just did before this one where I admitted to some women that I was being very misogynistic, and my homie in here, and now I'm here to admit to her. I was very misogynistic 2 podcasts before this one and the last one I did. I was Mr. Bitches. Mr. BITCH.
Yes.
Yes. So, how do we feel about the young women who decided to give up their personal government issued information to be on a nap to post or to post anonymously about the men they had dealt with? The T app. Are you familiar with the T app?
I am.
I'm not. I'm not.
You're
familiar
not?
with
Okay,
the-
go ahead. We have a woman here. Tell us about the T app.
I don't have the T app.
You better not.
I know someone who does. I don't need the T app. It's not that deep for me. If you know me, you know I don't give a fuck. I know someone who does have the T app, and I did go through her T app, and I did find someone that I deal with.
Oh,
on the
shit.
T-app.
Currently? Mm-hmm. Oh.
And-
wait, hold on. Let it breathe. Hold on. Let me pause you. Art, do you know what the T app is?
No.
Okay, so look, bro.
I'm just using context clues now.
Bro, focus in
I
on
feel
me.
like I know now.
Bro, fuck
Can I see a
up.
lighter?
It feels self-explanatory.
Get that to her.
I would have caught it, but thanks.
Bro, focus in on me.
Okay.
What's T? On you.
Bro, look. So check it. They got an app, right?
Yeah.
Where you post anonymously
About niggas you dealt with, right?
about niggas you dealt with and
I
niggas.
think I did hear that.
That's not okay.
Wait, no, let me go. No.
Okay.
In your city, in your local circumference.
Okay. Yeah.
But in order to sign up for the app, to post anonymously,
Yeah.
you got to give them people a selfie of yourself and you holding up your government state issued ID.
Why is that necessary?
Because that's what the app requires.
Okay, so if they ever leaked information, like this is where this come from.
So look, I found out about this app on a Sunday.
There was a data breach after
And
it got popular.
And,
but
the data breach happened
what
like
most
5 days later.
what
nigga.
most people
2 million
don't
women
know-
there. No, fuck that.
What
We shit no
most-
bitches. I'm shitting no bitches. Hey, look, most of them hoes was 5'4", 5'3", 5'2", 180, 190, 200, 205, 210
Big
pounds.
backs?
Big back. Go ahead.
What most people don't know is the app has been in rotation long before now. It just got popular.
Got you.
Within the last couple of months, and this one particular girl put it on TikTok. And there's some creep Monique niggas on there too, because I've seen them. I was like, I went to high school with him. Anyway,
Was I on there?
Not that I saw.
I bet I would.
Not that I saw. But it's not just putting niggas on there to tell their tea. It's also asking what's the tea for particular men.
HIPAA violations.
Now, with that too, if you know his HIPAA, then it's not a violation. 'Cause he told you. So, the guy that I deal with, it was more of a question, like, what's tea on this particular guy, right? There was not a whole lot that I saw, but you can put out there, whatever, whether it's false or true, and then they have flags. Like, it's like a like button. So you got red flags, you got green flags. So it's a lot that goes with it. I don't have the app. I don't know, because at the end of the day, like I said, I don't give a fuck.
But you know what's going on.
So as
I
a woman,
Move the mic a little closer. Move the mic a little closer.
I got a very good understanding of what's going on here.
Okay.
okay. So as a woman, what's the purpose for you? Like, it's like a vetting process.
As a woman, it can be used as a vetting process. I'm a not quite middle aged, but well on my way. I'm gonna vet a nigga myself. I don't need nobody else to do that for me.
Okay.
Because your experience and my experience might not be the same thing. Because
you that bitch, right?
Cause what?
Huh?
Because I know that not everybody's experience is the same.
Right.
So I don't need that, which is crazy because I actually had someone reach out to me to ask me about my experience with an ex-partner, and it was like, I'm not gonna tell you shit, but what's up?
So that shit like a dating credit bureau.
Yes.
You know what I'm realizing in real time while we having this conversation? A lot of people got a lisp.
Who has a lisp other than you?
You.
I don't.
You do.
I don't.
I feel like she got a lisp. And
You feel like because I'm talking I'm enunciating my words and holding my mouth and making my teeth and tongue come together in a certain way makes me have a lisp? No, sir.
What I'm saying is, because I know I got a lisp and a nigga put it on me, I'm trying to put it on any and everybody
That's not gonna happen.
when I
That's
get the
crazy.
chance. I'm putting all you bitches in Pelican Bay. Okay?
When did you find out you had a lisp?
No, for real. Check it out.
Yeah.
I will say that my tongue is way longer than my mouth, so
Whoa.
maybe that's what you're hearing.
Sheesh. What I'm telling you is this. Within the past... Hey, my cup. Within the past couple of years, I forget who it was. I don't know who it was. And you ever had a thing in life that you knew, but you don't know how it started, and you just want to know for the life of you, you want to know how it started so you can hug that motherfucker and say, ugh.
Not necessarily hug it, but just kind of remember how it started.
No, I'm telling you, I want to hug the motherfucker who first told me, yeah, because you got a crazy lisp. And I'm like, I don't remember who told me that.
You just know you were told.
Oh, but a nigga told me I had a lisp. And see, the thing for me is like, I just turned 38. Nigga told me this like post 30. And not early 30, like mid 30. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you got a lisp. I'm like,
That light bulb.
and I go back and I got 9 years of audio across the different platforms of me talking. If you just take a little minute, if you take an hour out your day and go listen to me talk, you're going to hear the lisp. And me being me, I'm like, well, I was drunk.
It's because you have a fat bottom lip and a real lazy tongue, but your tongue is very wide and thick. And so, never mind. Sorry.
There goes the neighborhood.
That sound like it. That sound like an ESPN stat, don't it?
I apologize apologize to the people.
Look,
Like, I know, but I've experienced that light bulb going off when somebody just came up and told me something about myself.
right.
I remember like my freshman year in college. No, it was my sophomore year in college, right? And I was blowing my nose, and my big bro, he was on campus, Cordy Gray, he was my mentor, right? He walks up to me and hands me a Zyrtec. He like, oh nigga, you just got allergies. Nobody fucking told me that for 19 years.
But that's what I'm saying, though. That's how I feel about it.
I'm walking around here with all this tissue in my pocket, and nobody told me. My father didn't hand me Zyrtec at 12. No fucking kid Zyrtec, and was like, nigga, you got allergies. Somebody had to walk up to me at college, and like, I don't even know what I did for the rest of that day.
He was gonna be knocked the fuck out.
I was just like, wow.
But see, that's what I'm saying, though. Look, I feel you. Because, nigga, I was born in 1987. I'm telling you, it's 2025. And someone within the past 5 years, so this is like pandemic and post-pandemic,
Yeah.
was like, hey. And they said it so casual.
So casual.
They
It was
said-
so casual.
They
bro.
said it like you
It was-
already
oh
know.
my god, it was so casual.
Like you already know.
It was so
a
casual.
nigga said to me like, you already know you got a list, but like, yeah, you know,
yeah,
with the
like
list.
I
you
don't
know
if
this.
you have a lisp or if you have a very lazy tongue, and it gets lazier as you get.
What
lazier.
the fuck is the goddamn difference?
Because that your tongue has everything to do with your speech. So does your palate. So does your lips.
I love
so
your little educated ass. So what's the difference between a nigga having a lazy tongue and a nigga having a lisp? What's the difference?
There's not necessarily a difference, but it goes hand in hand. You have a lazy tongue. And anybody who watches you talk can tell that. And it's because your tongue is heavy because it's thick.
And now we got so many hours of
You see how his
footage.
tongue doesn't move, but ours does when we talk. It goes up and down, side to side. His doesn't.
Who the
It
fuck in
stays
my
kind
mouth
of-
like that? Ain't
right.
no man
You
in my mouth like
have
that.
a large mouth. It's not very hard to look.
I have a look. Look, I've got some shit to talk about.
I've officially become self-conscious of my tongue.
Right.
I'm just thinking like I'm counting my tongue.
I
I'm feeling my tongue. Like,
No. Yeah, no. You
is
have
it going
to
up and
be-
down?
You have to be self-aware, and as a woman who I enjoy studying men, I enjoy studying everything about a man.
Hey, look, before you say anything else, shout out to the women like her who enjoy men, who enjoy studying men. I want the younger generation of men to understand that at some point in time, or even in your real life, there are women out there who enjoy you, who enjoy studying you, who enjoy understanding not just men in general, but you in particular.
Nah, bro. I think femininity is dying, bro.
Femininity
It's dying.
is crazy.
Well, look.
That's
Well,
so crazy.
well, look. I'm here to see. Now we're having a
I
conversation.
love everything about being a woman. My femininity, I won't say defines me as a woman, but it definitely
is part of who you are.
starts. It gets my battery going.
Yeah.
You know,
But see, that's the thing, though, and I'm glad you said that because that leads me to a now. Now we're having a conversation. Now we're podding. We're into the second hour of this pod. Femininity is dying because masculinity has been dying. I think
It's like a byproduct.
yes.
Okay, I can see that.
For to me,
I can see that. Yeah.
for me, and I'm just talking about me as a man, right?
for you as a man, what is masculinity?
Masculinity to me is
Not to you, for you, as a man.
for me, masculinity is being
That's
able.
fire. That's a fire adjustment.
For me, masculinity is being able to look at a woman and, if I'm being completely honest
You
with
have
you,
to be honest. Please don't lie. We don't want the falsehood.
Okay,
we
cool,
want
cool,
the
cool.
truth,
Okay,
but
cool, cool.
also from
Cool.
your experience.
cool. from my experience and
Yes.
from what I'm telling you is masculinity for me is me being able to be me, my authentic self in a particular setting or whatever setting, and it moves a woman to be a certain type of way. And for her to fall in line and see, that's probably the wrong way to articulate myself, but you understand what I'm saying.
No.
You don't?
No. If you need a minute, we can redirect the question.
I don't. You know what? Let me touch on that. I think about this all the time. I think that old school masculinity is dying. I think masculinity can take another form.
Mm-hmm.
I think that in modern society, I think that this is the thing with old traditional masculinity. You know, when you could take over another territory with guns and bombs, and you can, you know, take a man down. Like when you get in that barbaric era, masculinity comes from that physical form. Mm-hmm. Right, but when you go to modern society, where those things don't occur anymore,
You know, that's why the men are getting shorter. They don't have to reach so high. No pun intended.
Whoa.
So,
hey, hold on. Let me talk for the short niggas real quick. So I see what you saying, and I get what you saying, but the problem for the man in this situation is that the woman has been dealing in an emotional space for so long. And the men are new here.
The woman has had to do a lot of the work because the men were not present.
No, women have been able to do it in an emotional space.
The women are taller and the men are shorter.
The women have
the only thing that I said.
I'm asking, to a certain extent, the women have been able to do it or have had to do it in an emotional space for so much longer. Are we not at a space or time within the past 5 to 10 years where the men have now had to dwell in an emotional space in order to have a particular type of counterpart with the women? Because that's what I think it is. I think this shit. Before you answer, because I know you and you're intellectual. I think what we're dealing with, Art. I think what we're dealing with is men within the past 5, 10, 15, or even 25 years is women have been able to achieve or be in a particular type of space financially and because they're able to be in a space financially, they're able to be in a certain space emotionally. And us as men, because of society or just us being black men, as a whole, we've been put in a particular position or space where we are inferior to our counterparts gender-wise financially. And so maybe that's had us in a particular space where we've had to examine ourselves or deal with shit in a particular type of way, because this is what I'll say to women. Women have had to deal with emotional or particular type of experiences because they were of a lesser level financially. And because women, by and large, within the past 15 to 25 years have been able to go to school, acquire wealth, or be in a particular type of position that might, in majority, hold them over a male counterpart of the same race, they are now dealing with a man who's, I'm not even going to say been emasculated. I'm just going to say a man who's just not able to crack the same position. And because they're not able to crack the same position, they don't have experience in being in a particular emotional space to say X, Y, and Z. I'm perfectly understanding that a woman will be able to, or a black woman will be able to explain themselves in an emotional way way
It has
better.
nothing to do
Okay, go ahead.
with emotion or non-emotion or any of that. Fucking communicate. Open your mouth and use your words.
Well,
but before we dive, before
though.
I dive into what you said, I want you to finish your statement. It went back to before, back in the day.
Yeah, but see, back in the day, I think that before I go back there, I think the government decides what the family structure looks like.
And they did.
And it does. So back in the day, it's like, okay, you take this land, you have a bunch of kids. Kids help you maintain this land and work this land. The father, he makes the money. The woman stays at home, and she takes care of the kids. Right. So you have a society that's already marginalizing women. That's just the culture, right? So women. You got women with all these talents, and they can't do anything but just raise kids. And the husbands, because we're the providers at that point, we take advantage of that, and then we go off and do what we want to do. Your grandfather had a family across town or whatever shit like that, where it was just like, okay, if he was bringing in a bacon, he could literally walk out the door and do what the fuck he wanted to do. And that was for all delegations, not just black folks, right? As times progress, as the economies progress, as you see where it's like people not having as many, it's no need to have as many kids. Success is starting to look different, and then you get in this modern society where women don't have to sit at home and raise kids all day. They can start to liberate themselves and show different sides of themselves. That's now a new challenge for men. Okay, so when I tell my wife to do something, she could say no. I think up until 92, you could put your hands on your wife. I think 92 is when that you was able to actually get locked up for a marriage domestic case. Like, I think before that,
it's really, and see, that was the point I was trying to make. It's not that I'm saying that because art, you articulated it way better than what I'm saying, but you're making the case in point for what I'm trying to say.
And that's because he's a communicator.
True, but he's communicating in a way which the opposite sex can understand. And so that's where I think we have a fundamental difference between the parties. Because
a lot of men would like to think that if you just open your mouth and speak.
But see, okay.
We can get a whole lot further with the communication.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, while you are here as a woman, mm-hmm. or as the female gender, and you're here and able to communicate, receive, understand, articulate, and take in what a man has to say. On the other side of that, there's a man who has no experience with how to articulate, communicate, or understand his own self, let alone grasp the concept of him explaining himself to someone and them being able to understand what he's saying.
We've been talking since we could move our mouth.
That's true. But look, okay, let me interject. So millennial men have it the worst because we were raised by those generation of men that their behavior and the way they looked at women was acceptable. It's different from where it is now. So Gen Z men they understand the concept of your significant other feeling seen, feeling heard, because millennial men will teach them that, or we are teaching them that. Mm-hmm. So they'll have what I said, an evolved version of masculinity. Like Gen Zs, and after that, those young men will have, to me, a more full evolved version of what masculinity looks like now. But us, we had it bad because our fathers and grandfathers were still on that. They were still on that time. We are the transitioning period where we starting to, understand what mental health is. It's like I
feel like when the pandemic happened, everybody lost their goddamn mind. Nobody realized they needed to be by themselves, be by themselves, be with the person they was with. Mm-hmm. Nobody, if you were not an essential worker, took it into consideration. Now, with me being in healthcare, I know the type of pop that happened, the type of boom. You know what I mean? Also, at the same time, people, or I won't say people, but Big Pharma and the opioid, it was all happening all at the same time. But there's a lot of people who lost their fucking mind because they couldn't communicate, they couldn't articulate, and they couldn't be by them fucking selves.
Okay, so, and I get that. But what I'm saying to you is, look, and I'm not trying to be misogynistic, and I'm not.
As a woman, talk to me. I don't give a damn how you talk.
Okay.
Just talk to me.
Okay,
and we can figure it out in the middle.
But see, what I need you to understand is you're a different type of woman. You're not the typical. You.
Well, you know, I've always strived to.
I can speak to you, and see, it's gonna sound bad, but I'll say it. I can speak to you in a logical way, and you're gonna understand what I'm saying. Most men, right, feel like or think to a certain extent, they think logical.
Okay.
Most women think and feel like they move in an emotional way. What I'm telling you is we're at that crossroad where most of the women now are moving in a logical way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And most of the men
Yeah.
are moving
Emotionally.
emotionally.
Yeah.
And
Shout
so,
out to my Republican mama because no, I never.
and so because we're at that crossroad, you might be like, okay, but in reality, we're at day 1, we're at day 2, we're at day 3, we're at day 30, we're at day 60.
I think that
we're
if
at day 9.
society stops putting the pressure, the societal norms of women are this, men are that. I'm a woman. I'm in every shape, form, fashion, and aspect of being a woman. But I desire to understand certain men.
But
I
see,
desire
I
to
don't-
understand
You
how
do.
certain men move and why they move, what makes you tick. Those are the type of things. It could be because I play too much, but
I don't think it's because you play too
I
much.
want to know. And I don't think that it has anything to do with me being a woman. It's just I'm that. Anybody who knows me would say I'm nosy. You nosy as fuck. That's why you want to know.
No.
I genuinely desire to know.
So let me interject. I don't think you're nosy. Because I know you. I know what you are. Art, you know her, right? Mm-hmm. So you know her outside of our affiliation with each other.
Yes.
So we all know each other.
Because before I even knew y'all was affiliated, I knew him. And just based off what you know of that, without giving any details or anything like that, just that was a lot of detail that was paid attention to. Because once my interest is piqued, I need to satisfy that interest. And I don't know if that's the science part of me.
Okay. So look. I'm so glad you said that because you walking me down the street that I was going to show you is right here. Art, you know me.
Yeah.
We had our own interaction. We met on our own through a third party and we connected, correct?
Yeah.
Jennifer, we did the same, right?
It wasn't through a third party, but yeah.
We met first party. You two met however y'all met, correct?
Yeah.
Cool. We all have our own distinction with each other outside of each other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love it. This is where I go crazy. Y'all know that everything that connects us is because we're alike, right?
What do you mean?
We're inquisitive.
Oh, okay. We're on the same vibration.
She's inquisitive.
Okay.
You're inquisitive. And I'm inquisitive.
Okay.
Let's put her to the side real quick. You and me.
Okay.
When we first met each other, he was like, this nigga is different, but I kind of get it.
Yeah.
Cool. Leave it there. Let's go to my side. I know what type of nigga Art is off rip, or I know how I'm basing him. And as I get to know him, I'm like, yeah, bro might be into whatever I placed him in, but he understands shit over here. Cool. That's us aside. Same thing for you and me. Same thing for y'all. Correct? And see, that's the beauty of life, though.
Yeah, so why does it have to be he versus she versus me versus instead of me versus you?
Because everyone's always going to boil everything down to individualism.
And my individualism is not defined by my feminism.
But
It's just that I'm a person.
But you're a woman, right?
Okay.
And so when I'm telling you I love you. I know you. You're my G. And he know you. And he, like, we all cool. Us as men, we not coming across too many of you.
Well, that's not a bad thing.
But it's not. But see, in the representation of most things and meeting you up front,
I was being facetious. But yes, I understand.
Cool. So it's
being very facetious.
It's not the best thing either, because most men gonna look at you like, all right, cool.
My last relationship, he told me I was too much of a nigga. He did tell me that. He was like, you too much of a nigga, so I felt like I needed to show you who wear the pants. Nigga, I wear pants too. What are you talking about? How am I too much of a nigga? Because he didn't appreciate my responses. But to appreciate my responses, you missed the whole goddamn lap of you have to KYP. KYP, my people. You have to know your personnel. You have to talk to people. You have to understand. You have to communicate with people for where they are, not where you are.
Now stop you right there. All right, let's talk.
Okay.
And we're gonna have this conversation, and we're not gonna speak on actual situation that happened.
Yeah.
But you don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
She is nothing like.
Okay.
Right or wrong?
Right.
Remember that situation that happened at the crib?
Yeah. Yeah.
She would have never got mad and did what?
I know.
You get the point I'm trying to make?
Yeah.
So this always goes back to my argument about people.
I just want to let the people know outside watching through this camera, I feel very left out. Okay? I don't feel very loved and included in what's happening here.
You're good.
I feel like I'm just a mole.
No, okay. I think so. Based on it was an encounter with me and someone, a young lady, and basically what he was trying to do is get me to understand more of his point of, when you look at yourself and you make an assessment or a judgment call, you can't look at it like I'm the field. So he's basically saying like you are different, like you might be an anomaly in the field of like generalization. Like you don't apply.
I like that. I'm okay with being.
But see. Now I'm glad because you articulated that way better.
Let him finish.
You articulated that way better than I can say, because that's what I'm always trying to do, and that's anybody that fuck with me, because y'all know me. Yeah. You know me and he know me. Y'all know me on your own different accords. I am not the fucking field.
Mm-mm.
No,
not by far.
No.
But go ahead.
No. That's all I was saying. That's basically what you was using that situation or the encounter as an example of why you were saying what you were saying to her, trying to make her understand, trying to get her to understand. Like, yo, when I speak in general, I can't put you in that. I can't put you in that.
I can't.
Because some people don't fit in that.
I wouldn't even fuck with you if I put you in that. I'm never putting you, him, and anybody else I love in that fucking field, because I wouldn't fuck with y'all. And I think, and I would hope on the other side of that, y'all would never put me in the fucking field, because y'all know I ain't the fucking field. So I ain't never talking about the fucking field. I'm talking about us in particular. I'm just tap dancing around this shit like Gregory Hines, like he ain't never tapped danced before. Yeah. This is the greatest performance.
Well,
but y'all,
particularly, yes, I do know that I have something a little different than the average woman. Yes, I do know that. And because that white woman told me very young, you don't know how to talk to men, and you're gonna need to learn how to talk to men.
Because you don't.
But that level, to me, that level of femininity is dying out. And that's why I say you're a dying breed. Like, not you're dying, but you're a dying breed, because a woman, a woman that's tapped into her femininity can get whatever she wants out of a man if she really wants to. She don't have to play mind games and emasculate a man and berate him and to give her what she want. Like, a man, femininity will disarm a man without even saying a word.
But see,
Because it's like a kryptonite.
It is a man's kryptonite.
But see, that's the thing.
And it's on a genetic level.
But see, that's the thing, though. That's the thing I want to speak to. I think in our society, like our age bracket, we had way too many people playing games the fake way and not the real way. They just did it because they thought they should do it, instead of dealing with people that they should deal with because that's what they naturally feel. And so it's screwed. But this one and you and me understand what real connection feels like. And so that connection don't necessarily need to be explained to the next person.
I think that a lot of men, because they get excited about a connection.
Bring the mic a little closer, please.
Because they get excited about a connection, they try to exploit it, but they exploit it in a way that's monopolizing, but it more times than not backfires.
Yeah.
Ooh, let me jump in. Let me stop you right there. Do you know why a man would do that?
Yes.
And why is
Because he does not want anybody else to experience that. And he does not all the way understand it either. But
So-
he knows that it feels good. And he doesn't want her to give it to anyone else.
So,
And that's not fair.
so if I'm being real, the first part of the statement was because he doesn't want another person to experience it. I'm going to throw that out the window. I'm going to just speak for myself. It's not that I don't want anybody else to experience it. It's just like, yo, I finally found this.
And anybody, just like if we were in Africa and we have found some gold, we want to keep it for ourselves before we tell anybody else about it, because we want to know how to monopolize on it. We want to know how I can grow this for my own benefit.
But see, that's still...
How can I find more for my own benefit? But there's no benefit of the woman. It becomes very draining. It becomes very controlling. That's where the control comes from. Because you have something that I want, that I like, that I enjoy. I don't want anybody else to experience it from you because I found it in you. That's not fair. Because she maybe have just walked into that and didn't even realize she was walking into her femininity or what it is that you like. But because as a man, as we keep on, saying men and women, he doesn't know how to articulate, baby, you did something for me. You made me feel something no one else has. 'Cause that's considered weak. No, it's considered communication. And now, as an adult, at the end of the day, I don't give a damn what my genitalia is. I'm an adult, and I have the logic of an adult. If we dealing with people that's over 25, okay, let it be known, over 25, that I found something in you, and I want to grow this with you. And I want to grow with this that's giving me these roots, because I ain't never felt this before. Men don't know how to say, I like that. Because then they start thinking, oh, well, I don't want to pump her head up. I don't want to make her
But I want to
like,
possess this, right?
But I want to possess
Okay,
it.
let me make this point.
Go ahead.
I think that possessive nature comes from a sense of superiority. I think that men, especially, I can only talk about black men. Black men are groomed to feel superior. Like it's just that.
That's the only thing we got left.
That's it. We
That's
are groomed to feel superior. I felt superior. I'm gonna tell you when I started to value women, especially black women, understanding how powerful and what they mean to us. It's when I watched this. I watched this talking piece with Dr. Sabi. He was talking to a classroom. And he gave examples of how powerful women are, even as animals. like, so he talked about like gorillas in the jungle, the woman ape, and he just explained how powerful women are. And he like, man, we ain't really shit. Like, it's Dr. Sebi. So he just kind of opened my eyes to how powerful, because before I saw that talking piece, I really was groomed in my mind to think like, yo, I'm the prize, I'm superior. And so when you have that complex, the superiority complex, like you said, when you see something you like, a trait that you like in a woman, and then she says, yo, I choose you, you feel like I could possess this, I could control this, when it's not the truth. Because what happens is when women find a power, they can look you in your eyes and say, no, a lot of men can't take that.
But see, that's the point I'm trying to make, though. Like, what you saying is kind of like emphasizing what I'm saying.
Okay.
Most women are used to the give and take of a situation, whether they know it or not.
It's because how
Society
girls are trained up.
So look, listen, hear me out. Most women are used to the give and take of a situation. They're used to being on the bottom of it, and they know how it feels to be on the top of it.
Not all women.
Not all women, but if for conversation's sake, I would say majority of them. Most men only understand what it feels like to be on the top of some shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The minority of them knows, one, how it feels to be.
That's where you get the hating ass niggas from. I'm just kidding.
Knows how to feel on the bottom of the shit, let alone how to operate in that space. And I just feel like that's the point we're at in society.
Mm-hmm.
In society, the point that we are at is that there are a lot of women who
don't need men for money,
and actually don't necessarily want
women outperform us. It's statistically proven, especially black women. Black women outperform us. I think like 70 to 30%.
Because they have
yes,
to. Yeah,
they
because
always
been trained up,
but
they have to.
But they always did though, and I understand that they have to. But here's my point: they always did. I guarantee you, if you want to do some real research.
But that's also becoming a lost, because the research that you're talking about, yes, they had to. Why? Goes back to the men were taken from the home, so the women had to.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, baby. No. I'm going to smoke that shit. Fuck the 60s and the 70s and the 80s. I'm going to take it back to 400 years ago. Look, the black woman has... This is why I wanted to pod with black women and talk with black women and have black women on this podcast. Black women have always been like the diamonds of the earth.
Yes.
Right?
Which is why...
Because
all
they birth...
all races, creed, wanted them because they can birth all races and all creeds.
That's it. They the ones.
So a black
the
woman,
white man can throw a nut in there
and a
black
get him a look
and still get a white child.
Become
no, it ain't even about a white child.
They
can get this particular figure.
Yeah.
See, everything in the history has always been about experimentation.
Yeah.
It's always been about crossbreeding.
For sure.
When they had us on the plantations, they crossbred us, and that's why the niggas
there was field and house niggas.
Yeah, exactly. But that white man said, I want to throw my white seed in that black pussy to see what it do.
And when they saw that it could create
babies
that look like them,
I got a bunch of Pat Mahomes. I got a bunch of Lonzo Balls.
I.e., my mother's a white woman. Okay, she don't burn like you burn. But yes, it is a lot of back then, a lot of history, because it's not nothing to ever be lost. It's not
they
nothing
trying
to
to
ever
fucking
forget.
lose it though. They trying to lose it.
It's not nothing to ever forget. However, yes, social media, the World Wide Web is changing that. It is making women become more self-sufficient. And if you can't do for me what I'm already doing for myself, what the fuck do I want you around for?
And just understanding your own personal greatness, right? Without having to be told, like, or having to someone to tell you, like, yo, this is your history. This is like, you can go online and see and be like, yo, we are the foundation of this world. What you read now. Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of proven that black women are like the foundation of this world.
Yes, because she has something in her that no other woman on this earth has, and I love it. I love everything about having that power. That does not give me a greater or lesser right to a man, to a family, to anything. What it does, it should, I feel, as a black woman.
Now, see, I'm going to cut you off. Now, the same way you say it shouldn't, you know who's saying it should?
Other black women.
No.
Who?
The white woman.
It should. Oh, because you don't have, bitch. You're not even fucking.
No.
Why?
No. Because they're dominant. They hold the numbers.
What numbers?
They hold more numbers than black women. There's more white women in this country. See, when my talks come up,
as a
wait,
woman,
hold on, let me finish.
I could give a no. Let me just put this out there because I'm gonna follow you. But let me just put this out here as the only woman on this podcast, as the only black woman on this podcast. I could give a fuck about the next woman. That's me personally.
Somebody wanted this weed or no?
I could give a fuck. I do. I could give a fuck about what you think, what you feel, where you came from, any of that. Because I stand 10 toes down in where I am and who I am now. I just told you and have been telling y'all this whole podcast that my mother is partially a white woman. We probably will never know the truth until my grandmother's dying day. Okay? She might not even fucking remember at this point. However, because of that woman, because of my grandmother, it was never about color. I was not raised like that. I was not raised, oh, you a black woman, da 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 da. No, you are a woman. And as a woman, this is what you have to do. This is your job. This is where the children have to come from. This is the bearing of the breed. This as a woman. Fuck being black. Okay? Because I had my grandma is darker than Nico is. My mother is lighter than you. Okay? I'm dealing with two different spectrums. Yeah. And my mother's plight was not my grandmother's plight and vice versa. So it was never a you are black. I knew that. Just society gave me that. Yeah. But my mother and my grandmother gave me that femininity, gave me that womanhood and said, you better stand in it because, baby girl, it's all you need. So it's never, I can't divulge in conversations like that because that's not how I was raised. That's not how I see the world. I could give a fuck about a white woman, an Indian woman, a woman with a goddamn thumbprint on her forehead, a hijab, none of that. And there's no disrespect there. Just that I do not view other women in that way. At the end of the day, I'm a woman. If you approach me as a woman, I'm going to treat you like one. You want to approach me as a man, I'm going to treat you like a man. So any conversation that you have with me is never going to be a black woman versus any other woman. At the end of the day, I am a woman. I am a mother, but I am a woman before I'm anything. I am me before I'm a mother.
I love that. I feel the same way.
You a woman before anything?
No,
don't do that.
I'm a man before
anything. Hey, look, we on these cameras. We talking.
But when you say that to some people,
they don't get
like
it.
What you mean? You not a parent first? No, because my child could die tomorrow. I'm still going to be a woman.
You know what?
My child could get sick tomorrow.
You know what? I'm glad.
My parents could die tomorrow. Everybody could be gone and I'm still going to be all that I am, which is a man and a woman.
I'm glad.
And yes, it comes with certain delineations of being a man because you deal with shit
selfishness.
No, it's
No,
no.
she in the bag. I need her to finish.
Go ahead. My bad,
She in the
my
bag,
bad,
bro.
my bad. Shut the fuck up.
Certain delineations of being a man because you have different genitalia. I can bear children and you can't. You can pick my children, but I can't. So yes, we all have certain roles here in this scientific relationship because that's all it is.
I just shoot.
No, you picked it. Yeah, it just
How do I
depends
pick?
Which shooters are better? Okay, so outside of that, at the end of the day, it is not about color, creed, or race. I'm a man. You're going to treat me like one. But if you want to bring color into it, I beat your ass like one.
Oh.
Because you made me fight. And as a woman, I beat your ass like a black woman. Why? Because I had to fight. Because I'm never going to forget. I'm going to forgive you because it's not a direct 400, well, we approaching 600 years at this point, is not a direct lineage. We have generations and generations that have been lost in between then and now. But I'm never going to forget because I'm not supposed to forget. But if you want to make it a problem, we can make it a problem. I'm a woman at the end of the day and you're going to talk to me like one and you're going to treat me like one. And at the end of the day, I'm a man. You're going to treat me like one. You're going to talk to me like one. What you got to say? Because there's a right and a wrong way to talk to people in general. And if we back up off the feminism and the misogyny and the racism, we can get back to the basics of we are people and you're going to treat me like I'm a human person. Now, if you want to make it personal, let's make it personal. We can take it to the back.
And I think that's the kind of rhetoric that mindset. You see what I'm saying? Like going back to the basics, the fundamentals of things. Like society gives us color and all of this bullshit. All of, that society creates all of it. At the end of the day, you got man and woman. Man and woman at the end of the day. At the beginning of the day, you got man and woman. The society creates everything from that point on. Wealth, social, economic,
and what's crazy
everything.
Is our society, obviously we live in America, right? We don't know what society is or is like in Europe, in Germany, in fucking Mexico.
You don't.
In Lithuania, in the Netherlands, it's all different. So our society is based off what somebody said, this is what we do over here. Now, I'm not saying America is the greatest place because it's not. It's going downhill. It's going downhill about to the bottom of all of our toes. It could be worse. It could be fucking worse. How do we make this better? It wasn't always like this.
Capitalism is a slow death.
It's a slow death, and it's a cumbersome death because it's enclosing on itself. Yeah. And we are not making it better by saying, oh, I'm with the black man. I'm with the black woman. But that white woman right, though. that Indian woman is right. Dead ass at the end of the day, you dead ass wrong. I'm not going to look at my skin folk. My skin folk don't make them my kin folk. My skin folk and say, oh, you right because you black. Because we look alike. No, bitch, you dead ass wrong. You dead ass wrong. They don't have nothing to do with the fact that that's a white woman with a leg and 3 toes. Why the fuck would you park in this space and you see that she was half falling out the car and you could have just pulled into the space literally right next to it, but you want to have a problem. There are, and I'm not just saying black people, or black women there are some people in general that want to have a problem with other people. Yeah. Why? That goes back to your home. You got issues and you need to go lay on somebody's couch. Nice little couch like right round here. And yes, darling, how does that make you feel? And when your mother did that, you know what I mean? Like,
it's learned behavior.
It's learned behavior. Yeah. Racism isn't the only learned behavior. Feminism, misogyny, like, prime example, you have a 2-year-old son.
She going crazy.
Yeah, she in the bag. I told you.
I told you. In your bag.
I told you.
Your motherfucking bag. You going.
Yes.
I have a 12-year-old daughter. You have no kids. What some people I don't even know if you've been through this, but
I have godchildren.
you have godchildren, but being a
Damn.
godparent and being a parent is not,
Let me chill. My bad.
When your son is walking around with his hand in his diaper or his little tidy whities, because I don't even know if they make, I don't got a son, I don't know if they make boxer briefs that little, but in his little Superman tidy whities, and he touching his dick, it's, oh, that's what boys do. It's okay. You just got to teach him, now he can no longer go in the bathroom with mom because he looking at her titties like, oh, them hanging, let me touch them. No, you got to get out. You have to get the fuck out because daddy not going to let you touch his balls, and them is just hanging titties too. Okay? So, but when a girl does it, is, oh, she's masturbating. What is she watching? Who is she seeing? Who you got her around? What you mean? This is learned behavior. Yeah. And I should be teaching, my child should know, yes, you have, double boys standards. Have, and there is a double standard, and that double standard does have to be acknowledged. However, it's not an excuse to make men, because those little boys grow up to be men and feel like they can possess that woman because the man was said, oh, the man was told, the young boy was told, oh, that's just him being a little. That's just him being a little boy. That's just him, watching his dad versus a girl. Oh, well, what your mama doing and what she watching and who she with? That's crazy. And learned behavior grows from being man and woman to him versus her, them versus they. There's a problem that's a lot bigger that nobody wants to dive that deep.
So that's called the domestication process.
Ooh,
I learned that reading 4 Agreements.
Okay.
And it talks about how, like, when we first come into this world, up until like toddlerhood is when we are the purest versions of ourselves. Before we start to teach.
But the biggest sponge.
Yeah, the biggest sponge, but we're the purest, uncensored, unedited versions of ourselves. Like, at that point in life, the world allows us to be free, and then the domestication process starts when they start to teach us. So it's like
talk your shit, King.
So it just talks about like what you talk. Excuse me. Leading to what you were saying, like how we, like little girls and little boys, you taught like this is how you behave. No, don't do that. That's inappropriate. That's appropriate. They call that the domestication process. That's when they say we start to lose our true selves. That's how our purpose gets lost.
And that is literally when it comes into play that children recognize the difference between him and her.
Yeah.
You have genitalia. My baby has known what a penis and a vagina was for the longest of time. And that's because I wanted her to not feel like because this boy, which you recognize to be a boy, has some sort of power over you or has some sort of I'm bigger and I'm greater than you.
Yeah.
My baby, we legitimately thought she was going to be a midget because Shorty was little.
Yeah.
And I did have to teach her to kind of fight for herself. Like, don't let nobody just do whatever because you little. But now that she damn near 5'10", it's like, okay, well, let's dial it back. But, I don't want her to be so caught up in her femininity to think that she's better or has more than the next woman, but also cannot humble herself to be in a conversation or in the same space as men. You have to be able to recognize. You have to be able to recognize the type of people you are around.
Yeah.
You don't have to make another person, I don't have to make you feel like you grew up different or wrong.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people want to make it into a right or wrong situation. Because you grew up different from me and I grew up different from you doesn't mean that we didn't get the same values. Because if we didn't, we wouldn't be able to sit here and you'd be like, yeah, I agree with that. And I wouldn't be able to sit here and be like, yeah, let me speak on that. We gotta get to the basics. And the basics is, I personally feel, the him versus her. You want to pardon a boy for certain things, but you will not pardon a girl for that same trespass. Why? Because he got a dick? Because somebody said that he's a man and that's what they do?
Well, I think you at that point is when the superiority grooming starts. I have access to do things that you don't.
Why? Because you're a man?
Because I'm a man.
Who said that? A man.
A man.
I can guarantee you a man,
yeah.
somewhere around about all them years ago said that I'm man, and because I have the
300
power to penetrate, I think that's what it was. I have the power to penetrate. I have the
procreate.
power to put something in this, and that makes me superior. It doesn't make you superior. It makes you just as equal, because if I didn't have nothing for you to put in it, what the fuck are you doing with it? Nothing. You put it in your hand.
Yeah, it's just a tool that God gave you. I think that first
a
of all,
necessary tool, because we all gotta pee. We
Yeah.
all got to,
you
let the
gotta
bladder
pee.
go.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I just think that that's the old teachings that have been passed down. I don't know why, but it's the truth. And some people be like, well, he's just too domesticated, or he's lost his masculinity. I don't think so. I think I'm really starting to tap into the fact that we've been misled.
Misled by a huge margin.
Yeah.
Okay. While most women would desire to be taken care of.
Yeah.
To be led. To make sure that she's good. But just off my own experience, like, I never desired to own my own shop or my own business.
Yeah.
I never desired to be my own boss.
Yeah.
My career path absolutely requires me to work for the government.
Okay.
And I'm okay with that. That doesn't make me not want the next person to do. But I don't want you to tell me what I should be doing. Oh, you shouldn't do that because you're a black woman. And no, because everybody does. And what I want to do is I want to deal with dead people.
Yeah.
Always have. Because, the living people, they talk a lot. And dead people, they don't talk back.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. She getting in it. Oh, shit.
They don't talk back.
She getting in it. So look.
To add to what she's saying, I think leadership is more ambiguous than we think. It comes in different forms.
But leadership doesn't have to come from a man.
It doesn't.
Leadership is just leadership. Because you're a man doesn't mean you
No.
know how to lead.
No.
There are some
No.
men who legitimately prefer to run in a pack.
Yeah.
And those men aren't recognized enough. Hey, it's okay. Because if we all got fucking what's the saying? Too many chiefs and
Not enough Indians. Yeah.
We all can't be the leader of the pack.
Which is now offensive.
Hey,
We're losing a lot. We're losing a lot, bro.
This is what the fuck it is.
That's why I love this nigga Art, dog. That's why I love this nigga Art, dog.
So, if I have leadership, okay, let me just give you a real life scenario.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Let me just give you a real life scenario of me as a woman recognizing that the man that I was with was not a leader.
Oh, shit.
I didn't make him feel bad about that. I didn't point that out.
It's not a flaw.
It wasn't a conversation.
Yeah.
It wasn't I'm going to treat you a certain type of way.
Yeah.
It's I recognize that you are not the leader. I am. I have to be, and I'm okay with that. But you can't be upset because you think that's what I want, or because society said that you should be because you are the man. That doesn't make you any less of a man. That doesn't make me any less or more of a woman. I recognize that you are not the leader because you are more of a pack. You need a pack. You need people around you. You need people to push you and lift you and do all of the things. I don't need that. And there is a level of isolation that comes with being a leader. You have to be able to isolate to be able to see the bigger picture. Looking down looking at the bigger picture is not looking.
It requires meditation.
Down. It requires thought.
It requires a lot more than meditation, but go ahead.
It requires a lot of thought and selflessness.
Let me get that mic.
If, as my man, you can't, no, hell no. I can give you one though. No, you can give me the lighter.
No, I'm from the mic.
Yes, because this is not tight enough.
You're good, but you going crazy.
If in a relationship, you're married. How long have y'all been married? Hey, Ashley Gura.
5 years.
5 years. It's been 5 years.
Just made 5, yeah.
Just made 5 years? Okay,
Made
cool.
5.
If Ashley was I'm just gonna completely let him handle it, and whatever he tell me to do, that becomes completely exhausting because you want a partner.
The responsibility.
You want someone to share the
Share the
responsibility
load, yeah.
with. You want someone to be able to pick up where you left
Lack.
off,
Or lack.
where you lack,
Yeah.
and vice versa. Why would a man want to relinquish that and then play victim?
Well, this is the thing. Men assume that they have leadership where they don't even know what it means.
Is that because somebody told them that you have leadership as a man?
Yeah, like leadership comes with being a man. Like it's in you. You just have to tap into it.
Okay.
Right? And that's not really how leadership works. But
Give me the lighter. You got the lighter?
yeah.
That was a bar.
Yeah. So
Cause niggas, a lot of men have been told, hey, because you're a man, if you act like you're a leader, then you are a leader.
So there are a lot of men out here faking it till they make it.
yeah. I mean that's why
Well, in your perspective, yes, there might be a lot of men out here faking it until they make it. But in their reality, they might be doing it because this is what they were told to do. So that's the thing about life and perspective and position and POV that's just so special to me that I've come to understand with living my life. While you see it as a motherfucker doing it because they might think they're doing it, there's a person out there who really believes the way you think they're doing it is wrong. They think it's right. And so there goes the conundrum, right? Because over here, you're going to have a minority of people who think because they're doing it this particular way, they are golden. And on the other side of that, there are people who are experiencing what golden is to this people, and they think it is shit. Let's flip it. On this side, there are people who believe being treated and tailored to or led a certain type of way is golden.
Which goes back.
Wait. Let me finish. Please. On the other side of that, there are people who see these people who feel like they're golden and feel like, ayo, never, like, fuck no. I'm never going for that shit. I'm never doing that type of shit. I don't want to speak to it on the gray basis of things. What we're talking about right now is a black and white subject if we want to take it to the extreme. And I would like to take it to the extreme because I've let y'all jazzercise with this shit long enough. Let's get into the black and white of this.
you just went Jamal on us.
I did.
The black and white of it is it all starts at home at the end of the day.
It does. And it all starts
as parents, you don't know.
Is it no. Hold on. Stop. Let me finish my shit. Cause because y'all talk long enough. It's my turn to talk.
Okay. Get off. Get your shit off.
Get in your
This ain't about the parents. I don't want to talk about what we were taught. I want to talk about people living right now in today's society based on what they think. And because of the conundrums and the disagreements and the left and right, or the right and wrong of our generation and what we grew up in, right? What I truly believe is this, and this is just my opinion as Reed at the Cloudiest. What we're seeing right now in real time with the youth is our fault. It's our fault because of either A, what we were willing to put up with,
and a lot of them got a touch of autism.
or
Sorry.
or B.
That's because he got a touch of autism.
Hey, fuck you, my nigga. Okay, or B. Goddamn it.
Welcome to Spectrum Radio.
That's the name of the episode. Spectrum Radio. But look, like I said, A, what niggas wasn't willing to put up with, or B, what niggas was willing to put up with. Mm-hmm. Right? And I think, and this is just my opinion, in our generation and growing up and being teenagers in our early 20s, our spectrum weighed like this, right? And there's just so much in between, whatever, right?
And somebody decided that there are so many kids that don't fit that.
And the spectrum now, nigga,
is a rainbow.
Is fuck a rainbow. That bitch is the ring that go around Saturn.
Yeah.
That bitch 360.
Yeah.
Ain't no black and white because that bitch connect on all. Like remember when niggas used to be like, oh, that nigga did a whole 360 and we just be in the head. The intellectual niggas like, no, he did a 180.
He did a 180.
Because if he did a 360, he mean the same.
Right back in the same place, yeah.
No,
but
nigga.
I feel like that's the intellectual growth of us understanding.
No, that's the intellectual stupidity of niggas, though.
No, I think that's the we paid attention in math. Okay, in that algebra, and we knew that if you did 360, it was a whole goddamn circle. If you turned the goddamn what's the thing called? What it's called?
What?
What?
The ruler. Cause that's
90 degree angle or what?
No.
See, now you got us up here looking stupid.
Protractor. If you turned it all the way around.
Oh, the protractor. Okay.
Hey, look, I dropped out of high school.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, he did. You know.
Yeah,
he was a bad boy. However, if you took the protractor and did that, you knew, and it made sense. It didn't make sense when you learned it, but it made sense when your frontal lobe developed, or should have developed, to where you could make things relative.
Yeah.
That's what learning is. Being able to put it in a relative situation. I need to be able to relate what I learned to real life.
Yeah.
Now, prime example.
That's how you retain it.
That's how you retain it. MX, is it MX plus B equals Y? Who the fuck knew we needed to know that?
Hey,
when we was learning it, we didn't know we needed to know it.
Then,
but then when we
pi
got
is
outside,
3.14 or something like that.
No, pi is 3.14. That's cool.
But we knew
all that
we don't use
shit,
pi. But we knew that when we got outside, we needed to know
MX
plus B equals Y, so that we could know.
You said what?
Didn't know that you needed to know.
No, what was that last one you just said?
MX plus B equals Y.
No, I ain't even know that. I know 1 + 1 = 2.
You know, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
Huh?
Oh, Jesus have mercy.
Alpha, Bravo,
please excuse
Charlie.
Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
Alpha, Bravo,
like
Charlie, Delta.
Exponents. It's how you get through the algebraic.
Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Y'all different. Okay.
You got an equation. You can use that. I forgot.
What's an equation? I got a GED, my nigga.
PEMDAS
that means nothing.
I know.
That means nothing. You have geniuses that don't even have GEDs.
Our high school diploma don't mean shit either.
I dropped out of high school and college. What that
Yeah,
mean?
you still could start $100 million tech company. That shit. That's the evolution of man.
All right.
We don't judge people by certificates.
All right.
All right.
All right.
That's the evolution of man. 15 years ago, if you said that, people would be like, "Oh, you can't hang with him. He's going to prison somehow."
I feel like we talked about a lot and nothing at the same time.
We talked about a lot and nothing.
I
but
think
I feel
I
like
think that's the brain. That's why I was looking forward to this podcast.
This
Is it
one right
not?
here?
That's the brain. You think about a lot and nothing.
you think
at the same
about
time.
a lot and nothing at the same time. Like, I have insomnia real bad. I have insomnia so bad. And Nico was there. He was my sounding board when my insomnia started. At that time, we didn't know it was going to lead to insomnia. It was just, your baby's down, let's talk. Now, when I lay down, my mind, if I could describe to you what's in my mind, it is a warehouse, like a Men in Black warehouse, straight white, and I have file cabinets that are 7 drawers deep or up or vertically or however you want to describe that. And so 7 up, 5 rows. I am literally able to go and pick out in the drawer what I need to think about. But sometimes all them bitches open at the same time and I literally have to say shh, because I'm constantly thinking about things and people and shit that I care about. It's not a whole lot that I care about. Don't get me wrong.
But is it always in the moment of silence or is it in the
It
moment?
has to be in silence.
Okay.
It has to be in silence for me
When you can
because
actually
I'm the
tap
type
into
of
it.
person where if I'm around other people, I'm a Pisces. I'm a fish. So I'm absorbing everybody else's energy.
Nigga said I'm a fish.
Naturally, I'm absorbing everybody else's energy. So when I have those moments alone, that's when my mind is okay. Oh yeah, you remember that happened. Oh yeah, we're gonna bring that back and attach it here, and this is how what we're gonna do, and we're gonna file. Now we filing other shit too. So I'm constantly filing away, but also dealing with the files that already exist. So to be thinking about a lot of shit, you just be thinking. It's hard to be silent unless, because nobody ever not thinks about anything.
I wanna
Well, what are you thinking about? Nothing. Lies.
I want to tie this together.
Come on.
So you know how you said
Where's the
how
lemonade?
women are becoming more logical.
Did anybody see lemonade?
Lemonade?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Women are becoming more logical, men are becoming more emotional, right?
No,
Women,
you finna go crazy.
women having to provide for themselves and protect themselves is what's forcing their mind to expand. Like she said, she's compartmentalizing while she's laying down. It's building the logical ladder. So now when she wakes up, she can make an informed decision. That's what makes her logical. So when a man asks her for something that she says no, his emotions can't take that.
Okay.
I like the way you just
I
summarized that.
like what you did there. And so I'm clearly a contrarian. I'm clearly just
By nature.
yeah, cuz I heard that argument and I was like, "Oh, I got you."
Okay.
So the same way a woman could be dealing with a man in his first super emotional situation and look at him and be like, whatever, nigga, right? Me as a man, am I wrong for looking at that woman when she dealing with her first logical situation and being like, all right, oh, you mean to tell me you got to figure some shit out? Oh, wait. Hold on. Wait. You mean to tell me against your better judgment that you feel a particular type of way about this situation and you know that the best judgment in the situation is to put yourself first, but you decide to put some shit that don't benefit you individually or directly or instantly?
No.
And I'm just explaining what I'm saying.
Yeah. And I'm telling you no, because you're not in position, you're not in a moral position to not consider the fact that it's not now that I'm making a logical decision. It's now that I feel brave enough to make a logical decision out
A
loud.
lot of people do not trust themselves, and they want to project that mistrust on other people.
But see, that's the thing though. Like, do Art, we're men.
Yeah.
Do you feel like most of the men you come across, whether it's in passing or whether you know, do you feel like the majority of them would make the right decision? It pertains to themselves or it pertains to the situation they're in? Because I feel like most of the men that I come across or most of the men that I know, and I'm just being quite frankly honest, they'll make the best decision based on the situation they're in as opposed to what's best for themselves.
So my answer to that is I think most of the men that I've encountered or I know will make the best decision that they can make out of that survival mode. Like, I don't think that all of them will make an informed decision in most cases or extreme cases because they haven't been informed. So I think that out of survival, the best.
You got to talk into the mic if you're gonna go crazy.
So I think that most of those decisions will come from the best thing they can think of at that moment, but a lot of it could be ego too.
That's true.
A lot of it could be ego.
But see. Okay, so she walked off, but that's my thing about women.
Yeah.
Like the same. I feel like women have a particular ignorance that men have a particular ignorance about. Men have a particular ignorance that we are very accustomed in dealing with emotional situations.
Yeah.
And I feel like women have a fucking ignorance to dealing with most logical situations. That's just me.
Yeah.
That's just the way we built on the majority and the average. That's just how I feel.
I believe that the older I get, the more I feel like we both deal mostly in the emotional, and I think it takes an enlightened person to live in a logical land.
That's fair.
Or a person who lack emotion. You feel what I'm saying? But I think most of us we live in emotion, bro, and it's clashing. But we both deal because that's how I look at myself and I say, hey, some decisions I make was that logical, and a lot of times it'd be like, nah, that was emotional. And emotional don't necessarily mean that like I was hurt or something like that. It could be,
but it was emotional.
It was emotion.
Oh, okay. So with that being said, you feel like most on both sides.
On both sides.
Who would you say deals with logical situations more though?
Logical situations more?
Yes, because before you say anything, I feel like the trade-off to the emotional situation is the logical situation. Yeah. And I feel like men, by and large, throughout history, have dealt with the logical situation and had to make a decision based on some logic or some logical shit as opposed to the woman having to do it emotionally.
I ain't never met a man that had a track record of making better decisions than a woman.
Really?
No, I've never met one.
You never met a man that had a better track record
of making more sound decisions than a woman? No, I've never met one.
Shit. I gotta let that one breathe for a second.
Yeah, I never met one. I think that's I think it's a fucked up narrative. I do. I think it's a fucked up narrative to keep people convinced that men should make the real decisions.
You feel like women should make the decisions?
Yeah, no. I think that leadership is not sex based. I think it's just some guy send you here with. And when it manifests, that's the leader.
And it depends on who's in.
I don't know how the raffle happens.
You know what? I understand what you're saying, and I feel what you're saying because I'm just one of the people that feel like in your own individual life yourself,
Yeah.
you're running a marathon.
Yeah.
And at some point, you're going to change.
Yeah.
At some point, you're going to, for like this part of the race, you need to run it as fast as you can. And this part of the race, you need to pace yourself.
Yeah.
At this part of the race, you might need to lag behind so the competitor can feel like they got an advantage against you that you're going to use against them at the end of the day. And so with what you're saying, I definitely feel it because, shit, I just did the most recent race down in, I believe it was Tennessee, and it's like, I don't have no accountability for that shit. I might have got out there once and been able to do it the one little time, but I'm not finna kibble with no shit like that. So it might look good in the moment. So I feel like consistency in the track record is the best way to look at some shit like that.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't. Like I said, bro. I just when I look at because a lot of us are raised by our mothers, our grandmothers, and they was around the house making some sound decisions with no grandfathers or fathers. Holding that shit together, banding together. That's communication. That's fellowship.
True.
I see women fellowship. I don't see men fellowship.
You don't see men fellowship?
I don't see men fellowship like that. I might every now and then you might see some men do some every blue moon.
But see, does that lead back to the whole that women might be by and large the breadwinner, so the nigga gotta cater to a woman more in a particular type of situation, or within the majority of the minority? Because
no, I think that when we are grown with that superiority complex, it don't stop with women. We want to be bigger than each other. Now we're going into alpha male and beta male and all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? That hierarchy of things. Who the real kings? Who the real killers? Who the real gangsters? Who the real hustlers? Those degrees of separation. Like my thing is that spirit of ego continues. And that's all emotion.
No, that's very true.
So that's how I look at it. So yeah, when I look at women, and I think that, women have their flaws, but I don't think that they go through that. And that doesn't come into that decision making. And then when you're talking about generations of women who've had to provide for themselves, they've learned how to compartmentalize. They've learned how to, live with less, make something out of nothing. Making lemonade out of lemons is reference to a woman.
True.
Never a man.
True.
So when I look at that, I say, man, that's to me, that's an insult to say, oh, they just operate out of emotion. I think we all do. I think that women I think that women weaponize crying. If we want to get into some shit,
I was just about to ask you, do you believe in hugging trees?
So what's that?
Because you was just on some tree hugging shit with the whole woman shit, or a nigga could feel like that. My bad. I'm sorry.
So hugging trees is a term for what? What does that mean?
You just on some sentimental shit.
No. Because I think women are way more advanced. They have a lot of leadership capabilities. And I look at women and I say, yo, women, that's a motherfucker where you can weaponize crying. A woman, no matter what, we live in a society that you gonna have to undoubtedly prove that woman did something to you without, if she's the victim.
Because who's gonna take some dick, right?
Right. Hey, right. Without a shadow of doubt.
We got a question.
Let us sit down.
Who is gonna take some dick? Like, who would take dick? Like, forcefully.
Forcefully take dick?
Yeah. Like, we was just saying, like, okay, so, like, women are women. Mm-hmm. And women basically have, like, vaginas. And, like, everyone likes...
That wasn't what the fuck we was talking about. You just went somewhere else with that shit. You just... I said, because he was saying that I was being sentimental because I was giving all this credit to women. while you were gone. But I was telling him like, no, women have their flaws too. I feel like a lot of women weaponize crying. Because it's like a woman can hurt a man, but if she cries, no one cares.
Yes.
And I was like, because he was like, well, yeah, because who's going to take dick? So he just went all the way.
How the fuck did tears and dick go together?
He just went all. But I get it because it's like, who's gonna believe that she took dick? Like, so she's like, you can't incriminate her. Who's gonna believe that she took the dick when she did it?
That she just ripped some dick up off a nigga, like a nigga was like, oh no, not my dick. Yeah. Oh well.
That was just a bad analogy. It was. I knew
horrible
what he was saying, but it was a horrible
However,
analogy.
the reason why it's so unbelievable is because a man's dick has to be hard in order to penetrate. If
Right.
it's soft, it's not penetrating. So
Just because my dick get hard don't mean that I'm fucking aroused or into what's going on.
Literally what that means.
All right. See, I'm about to make
That
this
is.
shit.
Don't
Am I
down that
missing
ledge. No, don't down that ledge.
I'm about to make this
We
shit
can pivot right now.
Look.
It's been fun, guys.
Right.
I have to go.
Okay.
Look.
As you can see,
Yeah.
I've done.
Oh, here's one. I gotta go.
Can everyone tell people where to find them?
Home Team Art. You can find me on IG.
The real you.
The real, you can find the real me here. You find the family me where I'm playing with my badass son and holding him up like he's Simba, and I'm with my beautiful wife, and yeah, so you'll see that part of me on IG. But if you want to, get the, where to find the real version of me when I can get here, when I can get here, because they keep me hostage.
Go ahead, Jennifer.
I'm just Jay. You can find me somewhere in between flirty and sexy. That's all I got for you.
All right, yo. Yeah. I'm Reed at the Cloudiest, man. Bourbon Boys Network, man. Shout out to Brother James, Zach, and Meech. Appreciate the gang. Appreciate everybody. This was a wild day for podcasting for me. And I hope everyone enjoyed it. Yeah, I still got another podcast.
Comment, like, and subscribe.
Yeah, comment, like, subscribe, do all that goofy shit. Yeah.
It's not goofy. I want to know what your comments are, because I was here by myself, and I just want to know what y'all think about these men.
You in the wrong line of work, okay? The wrong fucking line of work, bruh.
Who, me?
Yes.
What you mean?
You could be